Hello guys and welcome to volokinproject. It's your favorite YouTuber Tony here. Today I'm gonna do a quick comparison between the Sony Xperia L4 and the L3. Why exactly both of those phones? Well, if you're on the market for a cheap Sony phone, you're looking at the L series, the last year L3 and this is, L4. So which one is the better phone? Let's find out. Now, before I start this video, something very important to talk about, and that's the price of those phones, guys. Officially on Sony's website is £169 for both. And actually, this is the asking price of the L4 everyone, 169. I got my one for 155 from Vodafone. I had to unlock it, but that's another story. But my L3, I got it for just £70, guys, which is absolutely crazy price. If you want to know how I got it that cheap, follow me on my Ko-fi page. I need you to support me over there. That's gonna unlock exclusive deals when 100% you're gonna be making money. Well, pretty much like me. How do you think I got all of those phones? Anyways, that's another story. So yeah, the Xperia L3, if you go on eBay, easy under £100, guys. You can actually get one. So the difference is quite significant over here. And I'm gonna tell you what is the same on these phones before I even start the comparison. Helio P22, the chipset, absolutely the same on both phones, guys. Front-facing cameras, 8 megapixel, absolutely the same sensors. At the back is pretty much the same situation. Over here you've got the one extra bokeh camera and one, a 5 megapixel super wide angle, absolutely useless. The main cameras are the same. The processing is a little bit more different. Over here you've got more HDR support, but overall both of those cameras are not holiday friendly, guys. So on the camera section, I'm gonna call it a tie. When it comes down to unlocking both of those phones, this is the setup that we get over here, guys. Side-mounted fingerprint reader is pretty much the same on both phones, and on both phones you've got face unlock, but it's not a dedicated face unlock, it's the Android built-in face unlock, so it's not gonna work in the dark, and you're gonna have to swipe on the screen like that in order to unlock your phone. So not very convenient. Again, a tie over here. The major difference actually between both of those phones is the design over here, guys. You've got the chocolate bar style 21:9 design over here, where over here you've got the traditional design. You've got glossy plastic over here, really cheap and nasty. Cases are available cheaply on eBay for this one. On the Xperia L4 you've got again plastic, but this is matte this time. I overall prefer the feel of this phone, but having a 21:9 aspect ratio screen comes with a huge expense, guys. While watching videos you're getting only 5" 16:9, and over here you can just stretch it a little bit and you get the full picture without chopping heads of the people that you're watching videos with. So the other major difference between those two screens are both LCD 720p, no HDR on both screens. However, guys, we've got a huge difference over here. On the Xperia L4, I've measured only about 230 lux, and outside this phone is absolutely useless under sunlight. On the Xperia L3 over here, I've measured 500 lux, guys. Absolutely crazy brightness for an LCD screen, pretty much double the brightness on this one, which doesn't make any sense, but there we go. The other thing is the notch, no notch here. You've got the notch over here and no controls about the notch. The other thing is Android updates, stuck on Android 9 over here and stuck on Android 8. And you're gonna say, yeah, of course, Android 9. No, actually Android 10 works better over here. The optimization is better. It runs a little bit better despite the same SoC, and you can actually change the icons of the stock launcher. Over here you can't do that. So I would take Android 8 or the Xperia L3 any day, guys. Now let's talk about audio a little bit. On both phones you've got the 3.5mm jack at the top over here, and the performance of the 3.5mm jack is about average, guys. No equalizer options whatsoever, so you're not going to be very happy on both phones. There is a small difference of the bottom firing speakers over here. On the Xperia L4 it really sounds bad, guys, and it's really not loud enough. Over here on the Xperia L3 it is not loud enough, but it sounds better. So a small difference, but again, the Xperia L3 is actually the better option over here, guys. So overall, you see what's going on over here. In many occasions, apart from the design, which I prefer this one, but that's my personal preference, it comes with a notch. Yeah, so these phones are either the same or the L3 is actually better, which doesn't make any sense. 1 year difference, Sony, I've got totally no idea what they're doing. But anyways, let's quickly have a look at my Volokin Spectrum scoring system, guys, and see what is going on over here in terms of the scoring of these phones. Where do they fall on the Volokin Spectrum score? As you can see, the Xperia L3 takes the 72nd place and the Xperia L4 takes the 78th place of my chart. I've tested just 100 phones at the moment. So as you can see, I gave from design and build quality both phones 3 out of 5. The security, I both gave them 4 out of 5. Battery life is pretty much the same, to be honest with you guys, between 6 and 8 hours of screen on time. Actually, on the Xperia L3 you can squeeze just a little bit more, guys. So again, another win for the Xperia L3. Full screens, I gave both 2 out of 5 simply because they're just 720p, but I gave 1 bonus point for the 21:9 aspect ratio on the L4. So the screen of the Xperia L3 is actually way better, guys. In terms of speakers, I gave 2 to the Xperia L4 and 3 to the Xperia L3. Headphone jack is the same, 3 out of 5. Software, it is more finished and you don't have to deal with no notch settings and no proper gestures. So 4 for the Xperia 3 and just 3 for the Xperia L4. Performance is poor on both phones and the gaming is pretty much terrible, so 2 out of 5. The selfie cameras are the same, 3 out of 5. And rear cameras, the L4 has just a slight advantage of the processing itself, but it's not good enough to score more than 1 out of 5. So overall 29 points for the Xperia L3 and 27 points for the Xperia L4. So what Sony done essentially is that they've created a worse phone in 2020 than they did actually in 2019 with the Xperia L3, guys. And now lastly, when we talk about again the price, just under £100 over here and over 150 over here, it's a no-brainer. It's a Xperia L3 any day for me. If you choose this one over the Xperia 4, you're not gonna be sorry. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you got any of these phones and are you actually happy with it. Did it meet your expectations as a Sony user? So yeah, pretty much that's it. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Adios.